Alright, sports fans, it's spider update time. If you remember, I caught a tiny little spider on my kitchen floor, and now it's not a tiny little spider anymore. Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here, and yes, this is a spider update for that tiny little spider I caught on the floor of my kitchen. I wasn't sure what it was. I suspected it would be a false black widow, which is what it is. But when they're that size, I mean, it could be a very tiny giant house spider. I know, tiny giant. Yeah, funny, right? I was going to make this video a week or so ago, but really I forgot, and it was Eden Bainbridge who reminded me that I needed to make this update video. If you remember from the original video, I caught it. I didn't know what it was, so the only way to tell what it was for sure was to grow it. So I put it in one of the containers I use for tarantula slings. That's teeny tiny baby tarantulas. I fed it some tiny crickets, and then it started growing. And yes, it really didn't take long for me to see it definitely was not a giant house spider. And then when the brown coloring came in, I knew for sure it wasn't a black widow. We don't have black widow problems anymore. But at any given time, I will have a black widow in containment. Why do I have a black widow in containment? If you remember, we had that problem with black widows. They lay a bunch of egg sacs. When the baby spiderlings, the spider babies hatch, you save one or two little baby spiders out of there, and then you save them. The rest, they get, taken care of. And then that baby spider gets big and lays an egg sac, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. Then you're 10, 20, 30 generations down the road, and you still have a black widow that's from that product line? No, that bloodline, that's a product of one of the original black widows. It's generational. So once we determined this was not a black widow, it was definitely a false black widow. Some people refer to them as cupboard spiders. So what exactly do we know about this false black widow? Number one, we know it has been bred. I know that because it laid an egg sac. If you've seen any of my videos that show a comparison between a false black widow's egg sac and a real black widow's egg sac, they are night and day. A real black widow has a very tight spherical egg sac, and the false black widow's egg sac is considerably sloppier and messier. I removed the egg sac from this small temporary habitat, and at the same time I noticed my real black widow laid another egg sac, so I put both of those egg sacs in a sealed container. Sometime in the next 3 to 5 weeks, they will start hatching. Now the thing about false black widows, although they are really considered medically insignificant, if you have false black widows and real black widows in the same habitat, the false black widows will take over every time. Because in the bug world, they don't care how strong their venom is to a human. All spiders have venom, all true spiders, and even though it's mild and will do nothing to us but give us a little mosquito bump looking thing, it has the capability of killing any other bug or spider, regardless of how strong that other bug or spider's venom is. So a black widow might have very strong venom that can, in cases, be deadly to people, pets, and larger mammals. It doesn't matter that the false black widow has a very mild venom, but that mild venom isn't mild when you're talking about tiny spider size. That's how the false black widows take over. Alright, that's the update. I have went on for quite a lot longer than I expected to. I hope you didn't fall asleep, and I hope you actually learned something from this video. Leave your comments in the comment section, and hey, as always, thanks for watching.
Beanmeister22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.